Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today as always, and it's a beautiful sunny day in St. Louis, Missouri today. The birds are singing and the sun is rising up. Hope it's wonderful wherever you are in your world today. And today we will continue with the topic of how to become a high status male. And we are on number 20. Smash that like button, subscribe. We got a video coming out every day. And I got a surprise coming for you. I'm not going to tell you. You'll see. Anyway, number 20, we continue with our high status male tips. Don't go out of your way to befriend high status people. Interesting. The high status person doesn't randomly befriend other high status people. If he must, he will. Ask for introductions. Let it happen naturally and organically. You can have a target, but you don't go out of your way to make a connection. Ask for an introduction, find commonalities, and understand that it won't happen overnight. That's kind of like allowing things to occur in your life. I always say one of the biggest challenges I have is to allow life to unfold and not try to make things happen. Contrary to the way I was raised and what we hear a lot in the U.S., you got to go out there and make it happen. If it's going to be, it's up to me. And there is some truth in that. But as with all things that aren't quite true, you mix them with a little truth. I want to say it's a lie. It's not really a lie, but you're trying to force things, and you can make things happen. But it's better to do the footwork and allow them to unfold and not force your will upon people, situations. Your will is good for forcing your mind or coercing or convincing your mind to hold certain thoughts. That's where the will comes in, not to push your ideas and your way of doing things on other people. You can force things to happen, but 9 times out of 10, in the end, what you get from that, you would have been better off not getting it. You create a lot of dissension, resentment, and anger directed towards you by trying to force your will upon other people. 21. Enough of that. Entitled attitude. That seems to be something we have a lot of here in the U.S. I was having a conversation with someone last night. People are dying to get here to the U.S. to have an opportunity to have an opportunity. There are so many opportunities here. And people that live here, and some of the younger people, and probably older ones too, I've heard them talk about how terrible it is here, and there's just no jobs, there's no opportunity, there's just not much here for them to do. And I'm thinking, where are you living? People die every day to get here for these wonderful opportunities we have here. People come here from other countries, they can't even speak the language, and they become multi-millionaires. They have no high school education. I don't know how many Spanish people there are around here working, because the natives, us Americans, don't want to do the hard work. We don't want to get our hands dirty. We don't want to get out there and put out some effort. We are too comfortable. We need to find things to do that makes us uncomfortable. Get out of the comfort zone. It's a rut, and the only difference between a rut and a grave is the rut is turned up on the ends. Okay, the high status person is entitled. There are, of course, healthy and not healthy levels to this. Well, what he's talking about here is you feel like you deserve something. That's a little different from entitlement. Healthy entitlement is the sense that you have the right to want things, even if you might not get them, or you can be like Conor McGregor's level of entitlement. Okay, I'm not quite sure what he means by that. 22. Master how to have great first impressions. Master the craft of having great first impressions. The intention would be that within seconds of meeting you, this person is in awe. Well, yeah, that's pretty good. I may have to learn how to do that. I would like people to be in awe of me when they meet me. Okay, I don't think I'll set that as a goal, but it is interesting. It's an interesting concept. Learning to shake someone's hand, warm eye contact, remembering their name, yeah, that's a good one, and the energetic connection behind it are all crucial to master this. Yes, what you are is speaking so loudly I can't hear what you're saying. What you are precedes you in conversation. Number 23, dress well. Utilize the halo effect. Look good, you feel good. Get out of your comfort zone. Didn't I just mention that earlier? About your comfort zone? Never wear cargo shorts again. Well, I don't wear cargo shorts, but I wouldn't say never. Never say never. Wear a dress shirt, a tie, nice pants, and absolutely wear great shoes. That is some good advice. Where I live here, few people dress well. Very few. It's amazing. They wash their car and have it waxed and have it detailed and cleaned, but they go out and they just put on a pair of old jeans and some shirt with some writing on it and a pair of old tennis shoes, and hey, they're just going to Walmart, right? Okay, see where that gets you. People judge you by your appearance. Yeah, I know, everybody says, oh, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. You shouldn't judge people by their appearance. Well, maybe so, but they do, okay? That's just the way it is. So remember that when you go out. When I travel, I always wear a jacket. Actually, when I go out in the evening, I always wear a jacket, a nice shirt, a collared shirt usually, or a shirt like this, and nice pants, usually black, excellent shoes. I always look sharp. Almost every night someone says, why are you so dressed up? Because I live in an area that people just don't dress well, unless they're going to the prom or a wedding or a funeral. In the airport, I always dress nice. Always have a jacket on, nice shoes, slacks, and I get treated differently. Very few people wear jacket in the airport anymore, or a tie. I wear a tie a lot. Years ago, almost everybody in the airport wore a jacket and a tie. The women wore slacks or a dress, heels. You don't see that anymore. We're very casual here in the U.S. Now you go to some of the other countries like the Ukraine or Japan, different story. People dress well. So much for that. Placement, where are you standing? If the opportunity presents itself, the high status man always chooses the most comfortable seat. Choose to have your back against the wall so no one could be behind you. That sounds like something you would see out of a Clint Eastwood movie, maybe, or who's one of the Arnold Schwarzenegger, maybe. Put your back against the wall. Well, I don't know about that one, but maybe. 25, walk in and stop. Walk into the nightclub, the meeting room, the coffee shop, and stop for 3 seconds. I agree to that. I've done this one. Look around, smell the air, and then continue on your path. Shocking how doing this makes you 668%. That's an odd number. More charismatic and magnetic. Yeah, I always used to say years ago, and I still say it, walk in the room like you own the place. Yes, walk in there, stop, look around at everybody, and then continue. It really does make a good impression. And it gives you a feel for the environment of the place. And actually, by doing that sometimes, if you're good at it, you can set the environment. You can make the first impression of strength and character, integrity, if you have it. You gotta have it. 26, it's all good. Your mindset is completely content. It's all good. That's good, that's good. Oh, that's also good. But it's gotta be sincere and real. Sometimes it's hard to feel like it's good, but if you know that it is, and it always is, even though it doesn't feel like it. As I've said, it's hard to smell the roses when you're swimming in a pool of, what's the good word for it so I don't violate YouTube? Swimming in a pool of waste. How about that? A pool of waste. Unfailing progress. No, unfailing coolness. It's all good, even if it's bad, it's good. And that is true. Even if it seems bad, it's good. If you have a goal and a vision, it's a process, it's a step, it's a character building step. We can't always see the wisdom in the moment. Only in the hindsight, in retrospect, when we look back, can we see how something served us when it seemed like one of the most terrible things that ever happened to us. When it seemed like it was actually moving us away from our goal instead of towards our goal. But that's only if you don't give up. You have to persevere, you have to persist in the face of seemingly insurmountable, discouraging, disheartening obstacles. Press on. It'll be all right type of attitude. A high status person is bigger than their problems. You have something in you, a part of you that is bigger than all of your problems. Focus on solutions. Focus on solutions. Talk about solutions. Dwell on solutions. The problem is most people dwell, focus, and think about their problems all day long. They think about lack. They think about not enough. They think about how they're gonna get by, not how they're going to achieve and stand out above the rest, the herd. You have to press on. And that's what makes the difference between high status and low status, successful and unsuccessful. They persevere, they press on, they continue to move forward. They trudge the road of happy destiny. And then when you see them at the top and successful, you say, man, how lucky he is. No, he's not lucky. He pressed on. You don't know the obstacles he faced, the discouragements, the disheartening situations, but he kept moving forward, believing in his vision, his purpose, his goals, and now you see the results. That's all we have for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope this has been of value to you. Share it with a friend and come back tomorrow. See you later.